Hello, it's the Toaster Party, and today I'm bringing you another episode of Budget Builder. This time, it's something a bit different. Today I'm doing Onomat. What is Onomat? Well, it's the archetype used by Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal main character Yuma Tsukumo, and it's made up of monsters with the titles of, as it says here on the main card, Zubaba, Gaga, Go, and Dododo. The annoying part is that this archetype has not actually received much support in the past few years, and the archetypal support that it did receive got used in every other strategy except its own. You might recognize Dododo Dwarf Go Glove from Adamantipator, and other stuff like the Utopic Onomatopoeia as being used in things like Lunalight, back when that was a deck that was legal. But the reason I'm doing this today is because a viewer requested it, and this is the list that I put together as that I've seen the most success with in testing so far. But without further ado, let's get into the list itself. We have one copy of Psyframe Driver because we're running Gamma as one of our hand traps of choice. 3 copies of the first good one, that being Zubaba Bancho Gaga Coat, a card that is able to special summon itself if you have either a Zubaba or Gaga monster on the field. And you can also use its second effect to special summon a Go or Dododo monster into your graveyard, but then you are locked into Xyz monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn. An inherent special summon, and it special summons a monster from graveyard. This card is really good for multiple types of extension. Onto the 2 copies of Spicy Tech. To get an additional set of extensions and to be able to put up a different type of disruption, we're running a package of 2 Rocket Tracer and 3 copies of Quick Launch. This is able to set up good rank or extensions for rank 4 plays, or to go into a level 8 Draco Berserker of the 10 Yi, going first or second. We have 3 copies of Utopic Onomatopoeia, 3 of the other good one, which lets you summon any number of one of each of Zubaba, Gaga, Go, or Dododo monsters from your hand into defense position, and then it locks you into Xyz summoning. This one is pretty good. I would say that the Zubaba Bancho is better, but it tends to be one of the ones you're going to end up searching to be able to start popping off. And it's good because it counts as every single one of the different Onomat card types. We have 1 copy of Gaga Magician. This one's here for a very specific combo line involving Onomata Pickup, because you can level modulate this to level 8 and then level modulate the rest of your side to level 8, letting you go into a small package of rank 8 such as Hope Harbinger, Dingirsu, and Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord. Then we also have 1 copy of Dododo, which this one's really here for the name. It's not horrible to draw because its normal summon effect is pretty good. 2 copies of Dododo Dwarf Go Glove because it's also one of the other good ones, but I don't really feel good running it at 4 because you kind of want to see more of these 2 than Go Glove. 2 copies of Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. Because the main deck space is very tight, we only can really run 2 of this in here, because we kind of need sleeve space for the Gammas. 3 copies of Onomatopoeia, a card that lets you discard 1 card to add 2 monsters of the different Onomat types. 1 copy of Reinforcements of the Army, because the 2 best ones are both Warrior. 3 copies of Pot of Desires for consistency's sake, and there's not really a lot of one-ofs that you really hate hitting. The only 2 one-ofs that you really would mind hitting are the Gaga Magician or Double or Nothing. But if you need to use Pot of Desires, then you really weren't feeling that you were going to be able to use the Double or Nothing either way. 1 Monster Reborn for extension, or as a recovery play in case you get hand trapped. 3 copies of Cosmic Cyclone to clean up back row when you're trying to swing. 1 copy of Called by the Grave, because you can only have one. 1 Double or Nothing, because one of this deck's main things that they want to do, or if not the exact thing this deck always wants to do, is to go second, Double or Nothing, using Utopia double into Utopia, swing for 10,000, and hopefully lethal. 3 copies of Onomat Pickup, a card that can level modulate the monsters on field to equal that of 1 Gaga or Dododo Onomat set monsters on your side of the field. And it also adds a Onomat card from deck to hand, aka you're using Onomat Pickup to search up Onomatopoeia, which is going to search up your other pieces. And then 3 copies of different kaijus. You really need to be able to clean up your opponent's side of the field, and sometimes being able to just drop a kaiju on some form of negation, say a Dragoon, clears the way to be able to make the Utopia double and swing in for lethal. Well, you can't swing in for exactly lethal because there's not a kaiju that puts, or that has 2,000 even attack. So there's going to be some scenarios where you're going to want the extra ones, but you should still be able to swing in through lethal because you should be able to extend enough past the copy of Utopia double. Onto the extra deck, 1 Draco Berserker of the 10E. It's a Disruption going first and a good way to OTK going second. Hope Harbinger, Spell and Trap Negation, just a good rank 8 to be able to go into when you're going first. Dingirsu, good going rank 8 going second. Galaxy-Eyes Photon Lord, a good rank 8 to go into potentially if you're really dependent on the matchup if you want to go into this. 1 copy of Utopia the Lightning. This one is mostly in here so that you can out Dragoon. 2 copies of Utopia, 1 for the Lightning and 1 for the double, because we have a bit of extra deck space. 1 copy of Time 3 for Doer, a bit of a disruption going first. 1 copy of Light Dragonette Ignister, spot removal going second. Tornado Dragon for back row. Baguska when you don't really know what you can do. Evil Swarm Exciton Knight, sometimes you just need to nuke the board. 1 copy of the Abyss Dweller, and 1 copy of Utopia Double. As well as the 1 link monster in this entire extra deck, that being Psyframe Lord Amda, which you can get on the field and trigger its effect to search. But you're going to have to hope that that Gamma's going to put in a lot of work. Onto the side deck, 2 Gamma Seal, 2 Humongous, and 1 copy of Interrupted Kaiju Slumber. You really want to go second with this deck, and this is just side stuff for those very heavy combo decks that you want to really break their board with. 3 copies of Effect Veiler, because you want to go second and sometimes you need more hand traps. Twin Twisters for back row, Royal Decree for back row, and finally 1 copy of Imperial Order. So as you can see, the main focus of this deck is to go second, and if you're forced to go first, you can cobble together a board. Well, hope you enjoyed the video, and uploads for gameplay should be coming up soon.